Sweetness. How goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game, if there's anything that is connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that ish with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective, and you should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it. Shall we? Oh, yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Collective messages. Welcome, homies. Please do try the favor. Make sure you get them likes up on your way in. Also, please check to make sure that you are a subscriber. A homie true and through. Show you guys what we're working with. Maine grown. Pure fire. Smells delicious. I had been out of weed for a few days, so I'm wicked excited to have a little bit. I feel like that's a part of the collective energy right now, is energy of recuperation for some of you after the holidays and all of that. For me, the holidays hit, and then my truck broke down, and then my insurance was due, and then it needed to be re-registered, and I already have 2 kids for the holidays, and oh my goodness, so it's struck. Weed was not at the top of the list, but today it is. Thankfully, where I live, they have the $11 8s. Need to come up with enough for another one later. Because I already know me. This won't last long. Alright, anyway. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance. Please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always and always. Thank you. If you guys can hear all the background noise, the shanty animals have decided they want to get in on the action this morning. My bunny rabbit is over there chewing, and the cat's running around cooing. So they're saying hi to you guys. I don't actually have a set plan for the reading. I don't have a set deck. I don't have a set anything for this one. I was hearing just get on camera and go from there. I'm going to do a dab, and we'll tap in with the cards. Welcome in. Thankful to see you here. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing. I do not do personal questions as it stands. I like to tell people just seek your answer in the cards that fall. Though I have been thinking about doing questions for donations. There are quite a few channels on here that do that. You donate any amount that you can. Let me know that you did, and you get a question from there. I've been thinking about that. Damn. One big stoner, excuse me for hanging all across. All right, let's get into the cards. I will say I am not going to spend a whole lot of time looking at the chat right now, just because I want to be able to pay attention to what I'm seeing in the cards. But thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for getting those likes up. You have no idea how much it helps. And much love to everyone. All right, let's get it. Musical chairs for the collective. Channeled music. This is my handmade deck. I call it musical chairs. Bunch of different songs and lines from songs written down on here. So that if you guys need some music to feel guided by today, you can. Musical chairs for the collective. What do the homies need at this time? Oh, you guys like the table? I have a few videos of me painting it last night, getting the beehive on there. Still a lot more to go, but I did a Homie Haven hangout on this channel, and I also did a bunch of videos on my other channel, Gypsy's Busy Box. If you're not subscribed over there, go do it. What are you waiting for? All right. First card out is In Your Love by Tyler Childers. This one wanted to fall in the reverse. I feel like there is a reason for that. The words channeled onto this card are, I will wait for you till the sun turns into ashes and bows down to the moon. I feel like there's an energy here of, ain't waiting for nothing. Ain't waiting for no one. Just ain't waiting. And that's a very good energy. It's a very good thing. It's also the line, we were never meant to run forever. We were just meant to go long enough to find what we were chasing after. I believe I've found it here in your love. So for many, there's an energy of, I'm out of here. I am not chasing after this forever. Don't chase after me. I have not found what I was looking for, because this here with you, this is not love. Whatever that energy is, that's what I'm getting from that. That's a really good song, though. This one came in the upright. Burn it down till it's ashes and smoke. Burn it down to the smoldering coals. Burn it down till I don't want you no more, baby. Burn it down. Parker McCollum. Yeah, that's a point that's not. It's hard to miss the point there. No, I will not wait. I will not chase. I will not pretend that this is love. I will burn it the fuck down. Okay. That's where we jump off with that. All right. I brought out the index cards. We haven't done those for a while. Those I find really just make it fun, you know? All the randomness. Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. For some, it's an energy of a Trojan horse coming your way, and they're going to try and make their way back into your life by saying something along the lines of, I constantly pray that I didn't irreparably hurt you while you in spirit were healing me. And I mean, when I first read it, I'm like, oh, that's actually really sweet. Like, it's somebody that's been blocked for being a fucking Trojan. It's like I want to be like, oh, somebody is actually constantly praying that they didn't irreparably hurt you. But I guess we'll say I can't be sure of that. We'll look for more cards to help us. Somebody's at their lowest point, literally. For some, there's a message of somebody's at their lowest point in life and they still want to come in and act like they have something to offer you, knowing that they don't. And I don't just mean monetary. I mean, like, they're at their lowest fucking emotional point in life. They're at their lowest fucking intellectual point in life. They are just at their lowest low fucking point. And they're like, oh, let me offer this bare minimum lowest point fucking bullshit energy to the collective. Yikes. Also, for some, there's a message of someone's blaming you for them being at their lowest point. Like, you did it. You put them there. It's all your fault. Someone goes by a nickname. There's something with tracked meditation. It's like tracking your thoughts, tracking the things that you do if you have a studio, whatever space that you spend the most amount of time contemplating things in. I feel like for some it's a message of you're being paid attention to from the outside. But for some, I feel like it's more a message of start tracking the things that you're channeling. Start writing down that you're getting. It may be very helpful to help you kind of sort out and understand what it is that you're getting. I like this. Consternation in the reverse. Consternation is equal to apprehension, dismay, alarm, horror, dread, fright, and fear. None of that. None of that. I guess I feel like that goes into the message of don't be afraid to meditate and to record what you get. Somebody's like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not doing that. I'm not meditating. I'm not writing down what I get. Then don't. That part of the message isn't for you because you don't want it to be. Fine. But for whoever it is for, stellar. There is some very stellar information coming your way, and you're being told to write it down. Somebody may have watched Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, when they were younger. Something very humorous is about to happen. Something very comical, very laughable. Something very fulfilling. Something about Freedom from something very, very heavy. Freedom from stagnancy and decay. Something about cutting ties, changing courses, changing pitch. Something's being surveyed. A spiritual survey. I'm getting that like survey that you ask the questions and things, but I'm also getting survey like when you go buy a piece of land, you have to have it surveyed for your foundation. A lot of you are in a point of being spiritually surveyed to see what it's going to take for your foundation to be safe, secure, steady, strong. Some of you are pulling back your emotions in some situations. You're deciding not to feel. Like you're literally shutting it off like a fucking light switch in some situations, in some relationships, because you have to. It's like people made choices, and the consequence is that they're not allowed to have access to your feelings anymore. They're not allowed to have access to your healing anymore. I'm supposed to repeat that. They're not allowed access to your healing or your feeling anymore. For some, you feel guilty about shutting that switch off. For some, you're afraid that you'll not be able to turn it back on at the right time. Have no fear. Something about when your grounds are surveyed, they're going to be found strong. They're going to be found acceptable. They're going to be found fucking good enough to be stamped with the word marvelous. There's something about you that helps express, helps show the value of peace. The value of peace. There is something in your energy that shows that value. I want you to stop and think about that for a minute. That's simple but significant. There's a lot of things you can go buy on the shelf at the store. Can you buy peace? Contentment? Someone's realizing that they don't have to be what they've always been. They can be what they've always wanted to be. I fucking love that for you. I love that for anyone. I don't have to be what I've always been. I can be what I've always wanted to be. And I'm gonna. Arenyo bra. Something about the story horse being a part of collective healing. The story horse. Makes me think of things like the scriptures. It makes me think of things like studying the word. It makes me think of things like being philosophical. Right here at the table, even. Something about spirit is keeping track of the new updates that are happening within the collective healing. This is an overarching theme. I said the thing about meditate and write it down. We are being paid attention to. The pendulum is swinging. For some of you, you guys may be getting familiar with the pendulum and how to use it. We have a little note. If it starts swinging circular, it's a yes. If it starts going back and forth, it's a no. Just a little nugget for someone. Here's another nugget. A pentacle is the ritualistic object, like round pieces of wood, stone, clay, etc. We just got the word clay. Clay, though. Some of you guys may be making things with clay. Ooh, I've been making my mushrooms. I did a little video of them on Gypsy's Busy Box, the mushroom incense holders. Anyway, clays, which is inscripted with a 5-pointed star pentagram. A pentagram and a pentacle are different, sort of. Someone needed to know that. We have a blurb from G.L. Lichtenberg. Perhaps in time, the so-called Dark Ages will be thought of as including our own. Ooh. Somebody's going into a dark night of the soul. I feel like it was somebody, I'm not even going to lie, I just got like fucking, I'll use the first name, Adolf energy, okay? And it was disgusting. I mean fucking filthy, disgusting, racist, idiot, fucking just the grossest energy. It gave me the skeeves right up my spine, all right? That's the person that's going into a dark night of the soul. It's like having a racist Caucasian and throwing them into a place that there are no Caucasians. It's all the people that they're racist against. I don't know what this is. It's a very strange feeling, but I'm feeling it, so I'm going to say it. It's like white dude is mean and hateful and always talking about people's skin colors and things, and their dark night of the soul is being thrown into a plane of existence that they're the only fucking Caucasian that exists. So they're the weird one. They're the different one. I'm not saying any but one's weird. I'm saying that's how they look at people, so that's what they're going to get. I hope that makes sense. That's really the best way that I could describe that feeling that I got, but it was a very intense sensation that somebody has shown a lot of hate towards people for something that they weren't even in control of. That's the part that I always found funny. And I know in the spiritual world, we talk about how we sign contracts and we pick this and we pick that. But in our 3D human reality, in our 3D existence, where I come from, I popped out my mom in a hospital. I didn't, as a newborn baby, be like, I want to be this, 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 and this. I just was. I just am. I just came out how I came out. So for somebody to want to look at me and be like, I hate you because of the way that you came out. Well, fuck you. That's exactly how I see when anyone treats anybody like that. You came out of your mama looking like that? I hate you for that. Why? Maybe it is something to do with spirituality, and maybe in a different lifetime they were a different skin color, a different this, a different that, and they're fucking jealous that they just can't be it no more. Now they're the plainest, Janus, vanilla, fucking, I don't even know. I don't know, but I'm going to move on from that one because I tell you, it's fucking weird. Lone survivor. As a side note for some, do not lose your heart even if you lose the fight. Some of you already got that down pat, and that's why you're the lone survivor. I'm also getting a message back to that racial energy. It's almost like this person what was that? Malibu's Most Wanted. Malibu's Most Wanted. So over here, like, actually, no, I guess it would be different. It would be American History X type vibes, right? So over there, with their whole group of haters, it's like fucking Aryan Nation up in there, all right? They got this whole group behind them, and that's what makes them feel strong. That's what makes them feel like, you know, they have the power and the authority and the fucking control, all things to be who they are, do what they do, say what they fucking say, think what they think, feel what they feel. And then one day, just poof. Everyone else is gone. And this person is the lone survivor of a war that should have never even taken place in the first fucking place. I don't know. There's a message of 11 Corinthians 4:17, or 1 Corinthians 4:17. No, 2 Corinthians. I think that's what it is. 2 Corinthians 4:17. Something about manifested prayers and light affliction. That makes me feel, again, it's almost like some of you witnessed this type of behavior, this type of shit happening, and you were like, you know, Spirit, please. Spirit, help. Spirit, look. Spirit. And that prayer manifested Spirit's observation in this situation quite deeply. Whatever this is, for some of you, I feel like it's a fucking dark twin flame type energy. Like, you are the good and they are not. You have positives and they have potential. Ouch. Something about there's a lot of lies that you could expose. You sure can, but you don't have to. They're going to be exposed on their own. Somebody wanted you to pull them out of their own mess. Something about they wanted you to pull them out of their own mess of thorny, brambly bullshit. And when you said, no, sorry, I can't do that. I already know what will happen to me if I reach in there for you. They're like, well, then I'm just going to stay here. You won't pull me out of these thorns, so I'm just going to stay here and bleed, and it's your fault. It's your fault because you won't pull me out. You won't give me a hand. And they find a sense of satisfaction in that behavior, that manipulation, that fucking abuse. They find satisfaction in that. Because they're like, Collective's an empath. Collective has compassion. They'll pull me out. Not today. Some of the homies are sleeping. Some of the homies are resting up. They ain't got time for this shit. They're working on that self-care. Beautiful. Some aren't sleeping, aren't resting. They're standing right there, and you literally look at them and you're like, no is a full sentence. I said no. I will not be reaching into them thorns. I will not be trying to grab you out of your own fucking mess. Probably because you have before. Probably because This ain't your first time around with this motherfucker. Probably because every time you reached in there, you ended up falling apart. And you just ain't doing it again. So they're going to sit in them brambles and growl. Literally, growling. You're just going to hear some growling from the bushes. Let them growl. Slow. Ouch. This growling gremlin, it's a very painful realization to them, and it hits real slow. It's a real slow burn for them to realize that you're not going to reach your arm into those thorns for them. You're not willing to pull back a burning, bloody fucking stump again. Just ain't doing it. You're not putting yourself through the pain, and therefore that's putting them in pain. Now, don't feel all guilty like, oh, well, then I am doing... No. They're doing that to themselves by refusing to let go of your energy. They know that you are about as good as it comes, and they're about as much of the opposite of that as what exists. And they're having a real hard time accepting that. Accepting that they don't stand out from a crowd. Accepting that there ain't nothing special about them. Accepting that they don't have control over you. Accepting that they can't force you into submission. That's a big energy that I keep feeling, is that these energies, whatever the fuck it is, they want to force you into submission inside of yourself, in your own life. And for many of them, it's worked for a while. But it's a new day. It's a new day. And your glow up is on its way. Someone tried to do something very, very dark. It's like they met you. For some, they had no fucking clue in the world what spirituality was before they met you. Yeah, they've heard about God, but, they don't know about tarot, oracle, runes, magic, things like this. They meet you. You're doing your thing. You're saging. You're playing with your crystals. You're whatever it is. And they're like, I could use those tools that the collective's using. Like, they're doing good things, but I could use those same tools to do not so good things. And it's like spell work. It's like black magic. And I don't like to say that because, it sounds like something out of a fucking movie, but it's true. Even just sitting around talking mass amounts of shit about you. Spell work. These energies think that they're going to elude their consequences. They think they're never going to have to pay for the shit that they have done. Why? Just because they haven't been made to pay yet? I think that's the universe racking and stacking up the interest that these bitches owe. The longer it takes, the more interest it's going to be taken out their ass. That is the universe's agenda with this, for their hidden agendas. Hidden agendas to cause you massive insecurities, massive fucking feelings of being unsafe. Someone tried to take your heart. It's like someone walks up to somebody, they're like, you have a really great heart inside of you. I want it. Grabs it, rips it out. They're sitting there holding it. And they're like, this. The person that owns the heart is like, holy fuck. That's my heart. In this that's my heart right there. Maybe the person that owns the heart, they don't see themselves as being that good. They don't see themselves as being that loving. They don't see themselves as being this glowing fucking energy that they are. Until this other person comes up and they fucking grab their heart, rip it out, and they're like, look, I got your heart. The person the heart belongs to look and they're like, wow, my heart is beautiful. My heart glows. My heart is full of love. And it's in that action that a realization takes place that literally gives the owner of the heart the strength it takes to grab that shit right back. I like it. Someone is very confused about why you are the man for a certain job and they are not. No matter what they tried, no matter what they said, no matter what they did, they just couldn't get the job. But you did. They're laughing like, yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a fucking fluke. It's just, they sucked a dick to get that job. Like, who the fuck are these people? And why are they on my table pissing me off this morning? This ain't where they want to be. And then somebody's going to be like, no, all of this that I did, all this drama I caused, this whole hot mess, all this thorny bramble bullshit, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Like, can't we sit down and get stoned together now? Because I was just kidding. Like, I was just kidding. Tell you right now, they're saying that from the gate that they're locked on the other side of. Don't let them in. I'm getting something about these energies. You take your heart back, you put them on the other side of the gate. Now, there are more people coming towards you, more energies coming towards you. They're going to be knocking on your gate, all right? They would prefer to see these shitty energies, these fucking shit stains, standing on the outside of your gate, knocking, trying to get in, being told no. That's where they want to see these energies. These new ones coming in for you, they want to see the old ones on the outs. They want to. They literally do. Because if they come, they knock on that gate, you let them in, and these fucking shit stains are on the inside, I don't know how you fix that. Just being honest. I don't know how you fix that. But them being on the outside of the gate, that is the fix. I mean, I guess that's how you would, fix it. Try. But if these energies that are coming in, the new ones, if they're fucking like emotionally mature and intelligent and on point, then they don't got time to fuck around with this. They just don't. And I don't know what it is. They want to see them energies outside the gate. And when they get there, if they see these energies standing outside the gate, it's going to bring back some sort of faith that these people have. Be it in you, be it in good, be it in justice. When they see the shit stains outside the gate, they're going to know they can have faith in what comes next. And that's really important. because then you can have faith in what comes next. Something about it all goes hand in hand. There's a fucking serious round of congratulations afterwards. Something about the cleanup process. Something about on the outside of that gate, there's a whole lot of energies. It's like a fucking skull graveyard of people that aren't allowed in on the inside of the gate. Something about being intentional with life force. Life force intentionality is essential to purifying the heart, the mind, the body, the soul. We have a couple signifiers, something about Insane Clown Posse, something about a shotgun, something about Spitfire. That's a brand. Something about crab in a bucket mentality. Someone refused to grow up while someone else refused to stop growing. For some, there's a side note. I feel like this is a message from an ex saying, I cared too much what others thought that we looked like together. They left half their heart with you. They feel like they're never going to get it back. They're not sure if they can accept that. Something about balancing, something about 333, something about moss, something about jade, something about a petty neighbor being a show-off, something about the highest realm. All right. That was quite a bit of information all wrapped in there. Something about naming an operation. Like, that's making me think of the show Once Upon a Time, and Emma's with her son, Henry. They're like, Operation Mongoose, Operation this, Operation that. Like, you know, kind of like spy stuff. Operation this, Operation that. Something about that's significant. All right, well, I think it's time for Operation I'm out of here to get hot coffee. Thank you guys for being here. Much love. Until we speak again, my days.